What's up, YouTube? Welcome to the Malukhanye cast. Before we get started, I need you to like this video, hit that subscribe button and that notification bell so that you can get notified every time we upload a video. Alright, let's get it. One thing I want to talk about tonight is another observation of mine regarding politics. I know politics is like a very sensitive issue in our country. I am, however, apolitical, so you don't have to be afraid on who or what or where. We're not gonna go to that extent. However, I just want to shed light on the people and how our people tend to behave like soccer fans when it comes to choosing the people or leaders to entrust their futures to, you know. South Africa is much young in the political sense that, like, most blacks were not allowed to vote prior to 1994, and most of us still don't know what it actually means to put a cross or an X on a paper to put it in the box, you know. And it's a deep conversation that needs to happen on multiple levels, you know, and from why we prefer the leaders that we do to what does it really mean to vote. Because rich people don't care about, there's a bug here, rich people don't care about putting a cross on on a silly paper, right? They know that the real paper that makes a difference is capital, you know. And understanding that and being able to lobby your money and being able to put your money behind what you want to achieve, okay? And that's where policies come in, you know. And that's where, even in the States, there's this thing called college, something college. I'll try to look it up, and so that you can look it up as well. So essentially, people in the United States are complaining about the fact that they are voting, but there's this man, why does this always happen when I'm very bad with names? I can remember faces, I can remember names, places, nouns. Basically, I'm very terrible with them. But it's something college. Someone can please help me out with that. But those particular group are the ones that actually have like the final say on who's going to be running the country, essentially, not the people that's been voting, mind you. So in essence, in hindsight, things seems for me to be like that, you know. Even for me, a lot of things don't make sense about 1994, like voting at that time. Okay, it was the most peaceful thing for transition of power we can do, but I can't imagine a country of millions of people waiting on one individual to free them. Mind you, that person came from prison, right? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Those who don't know, look at your paper, right? So South Africans behave like football fans when it comes to choosing their leaders, you know. Oh man, this thing doesn't want to die, and it's messing up my. It's such a distraction, and I'm already. It's in the middle of the night, and I'm really trying to get this done. What I'm trying to get at, right, is that you vote with your money, right? That's how most people do it. That's how people get things done. It's not an X. Yeah, the cross on the ballot is a good indicator on how many people still believe in the system, how many people still want to participate, on are hopeful that their team is gonna win, right? For me, I think most of the parties have good concepts, but alone they are useless. You know, I feel like there's some things that okay, I'm gonna name drop. The ANC has good going for them, and there's some things that the DA has that's going good for them, as well as the EFF and all of the other parties, you know. However, alone they will never achieve. Oh, okay. Not they, because essentially it is we, you know what I mean? Like it's South Africa that needs to win at the end of the day. It's South Africans that need to benefit from South Africa, or it's Africans that need to benefit from Africa, you know. However, micro or macros, at whatever scale you want to apply that on, if you are a native, this is your home, you know, and whatever is here, you should have access to that, and you should be able to enhance and improve the life and the dignity of this nation, you know. Whew. Okay, and one thing I wanted to mention is not the education aspect, not only the educational aspect, but that we are not taught a lot of things in school, pertaining the how to participate in this system or this reality, right? Most of us don't know how to do our taxes. You know, most of us don't understand the voting policies, what it means to vote, how the voting structure or everything basically works. You know, it would be good to know these things at any level, poor, rich, whatever class you at, whatever color you are. It would be good to know these things, you know. Even if you never get to work a day in your life, if you know how to fix your money or how to manage your tax, you know something, you know, and you can do something. I feel like the school, well, I'll save that for a later video. I'll just make a reminder on the school system and how to improve the school system, because it's one of the things I'm very passionate about. Okay, I wanted to actually get to double speak, right? Double speak is when you
make the unpleasant appear pleasant, the unattractive appear attractive. Basically, it's language that pretends to communicate but really doesn't. It is language designed to mislead while pretending not to. Doublespeak is not a slip of the tongue or a mistaken use of language. It's exactly the opposite. It is language used by people who are very intelligent and very sophisticated in the use of language and know that you can do an awful lot with language. We should be aware of it so that we can at least be defensive and defend ourselves so that we're not misled through it. But secondly, there are times when we simply cannot tolerate this language. When we talk about important public issues of national policy, we should not use doublespeak as a nation. We should not use it ourselves. We should not allow the politicians who are speaking to us to use it. Language that way can be terribly corrupting in a society and can mislead all of us. And in a democracy that depends upon the active participation of its citizens, it can lead to cynicism and resentment.
If you remember Trevor Noah's stand-up about these politicians speaking like eloquent and blase words that are so out of this world, and you left like thinking like, wow.
Politicians, and they come out. I think the fact is, the problem with them is they don't endear themselves to people, you know? They don't try and speak to the people on the same level. That's what gets to me. Because they come out and they make these speeches where they use these words, and I always wonder, do they understand what they're saying? If you walked into the room at the wrong time, you know, a politician could be talking about something as simple as a circle, and you wouldn't know it. You know, you'd walk in and they'd be like, yeah, you see, I think what we are trying to say about this shape is that in itself is truly devoid of all right angles. And it can be seen as a paradigm shift from one dimension of rectangular beings to a truly diametrically opposed view within itself. I think what I'm trying to say is that it's round.
This guy really knows what he's talking about. But in hindsight, they're lying and they're not speaking the truth, and I don't know. But it's something that we all need to look at, and it's something that we all need to be able to discern, you know. Politics is a very sensitive issue in our country, and it is a big divider. It's one of the things that makes us not agree, and we need to be able to look beyond the colors, look beyond the fluff and the players, the major players, and man, this thing does not want to let up. And basically, if we essentially decided that it's more important to take care of our nation and to fix our nation than to waste time on picking favorites, who is the best, like who's the best player, you know, who's the best guy that speaks to you, or who is in your tribe, who's in your who's from your province, who's from your small town, who's from your small village. We have to think beyond that. We have to think bigger than that. You know, Africa is bigger than any other continent on this earth. Okay, and that speaks volumes as to what we can contribute to and what inheritance we have, you know, as Africans. And I feel like that is the one thing that we can actually at least try to come together with, you know. Thank you. Apologies. I have like an insect here that I'm trying to dead, you know. Otherwise, be safe. God bless you.
Perfect. Young King always put work in. Cake out the track like surgeons. I spit fire and stick to my purpose. Even my neck gon' chill, my feet to the soul, just to feel where earth is. Always got ears to the streets, my head in the clouds, but I still won't surface. Meaning I'm not in the mainstream. I manifest, I don't chase dreams. Chilling with brothers who never pretend. Nigga, I am, I don't claim king. Telling my fam this is never the end. This is the time where we claim things. Goddamn, Uncle Sam and all his fam can never debate me. My mind's off safety. Only most I can.